Hi, this is Stephanie Manley with Copycat.com. Today I'm going to show you how you can make a Starbucks pumpkin latte. This has been a seasonal favorite of mine for many years, and honestly this was one of the most difficult recipes for me to crack for you, simply because there's so many different components in this. But you know what? I like a pumpkin latte in the spring, and guess what? I'm not getting that at Starbucks. So let's kind of go over the steps that we're going to use in making this recipe. So let's talk about what's in the pumpkin syrup. We are going to make a simple syrup. I have a video for how to make just plain simple syrup if you'd like to take a look at it. I am using cinnamon sticks. You can use powdered cinnamon if you like. I'm using nutmeg and ginger. These are the components of pumpkin pie spice. So we've got these nailed. So then comes, yes, a little bit of pumpkin. So we're going to use a little bit of pumpkin in this mixture. Now on to make the espresso. I invested just $20 in one of these. Italians have been making espresso in these little pots since 1933. And they're only 20 bucks as opposed to an espresso maker, which is far more. Now, if you don't have one of these or an espresso maker, you can use regular coffee. I would use 1.5 to 2 times regular coffee. And if you have a coffee grinder, I would go ahead and set that on a finer setting than your regular drip maker, so that water gets a chance to pick up a lot more coffee flavor. All right, so we have our espresso down. And now we're gonna have to froth the milk. Now I have a special little milk frother. You can push your milk in a jar and just shake the heck out of it, or you can put it in a mixer and froth it that way. So here we go. So why don't we get started on making that mix? I'm gonna use fresh ginger for the pumpkin pie spice. I like to use fresh ginger. I think it has a great flavor. You can find fresh ginger in many produce sections of many different grocery stores. If you don't have that, you know what? Use powdered ginger. It's going to work just fine. And my only cautionary tale about using spices that are loose instead of like these nice cinnamon sticks I have here is you're gonna have to strain the syrup a little bit. You can do so in a coffee filter. It's no big deal to do it. This is just a little bit easier. So I have 3 cinnamon sticks, but again, you can use the powdered if you like and just put that in there. I would use about 1.5 tablespoons for this recipe. This is going to make about just a little bit more than a pint of pumpkin spice, so it'll make plenty. And then I'm going to go ahead and grate about 1 tablespoon of nutmeg for this. Now I'm going to take a pot and I'm going to add 2.5 cups of water to the pot. Now my idea on this is to let this steep for about 20 minutes, and the water is going to reduce by a little bit. So you're going to end up with just about 2 cups full of spices or spice mixture here. So now I'm going to just add the spices. I'm going to bring it up to a boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. So all those flavors completely infuse the water. So I'm just going to put a lid on it and let it cook. So this is about 20 minutes into the steeping process. You can see that the water is evaporating. So we're having a little bit less than what we started with. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment to strain the syrup at this time. I just strained it in a coffee filter, and now I'm putting it back into the pot. Now I have about 2 cups of liquid, so I'm going to add 1 cup of sugar. My sugar is organic, so it's just a little bit darker. I didn't use brown sugar or anything else like that. Now it's time to finally add the pumpkin. I like to add between 2 to 3 tablespoons of the raw pumpkin to this, and then we're going to let this cook for about another 10 minutes or so, and it's going to taste really, really nice. Now again, this makes about a pint, so you're going to have a lot. So once this has, all the sugar has dissolved in there and the pumpkin's cooked in there for about 5 or 10 minutes or so, the syrup is ready to use. Just put it in an airtight container and you have plenty for the next week or two, or you may give some away. Your choice if you want to share. It's good to share. So let's go ahead and make the espresso. Again, this is this nifty little pot, 20 bucks. I got it at Amazon. Incredible. It has 3 parts to it. It's got this bottom well, the coffee filter. I'm going to turn it around for you, and then the top. Now I'm just going to fill this up with enough water so where it goes just below the little steam valve. This is so awesome. I swear, I had espresso in less time than it took me to wait in line. Now I'm going to use a couple tablespoons of espresso here. You can see it's really, really fine. It's very powdery, and you don't pack this like you would a regular espresso machine or like you've ever seen anybody do at Starbucks. Here we go. We're just going to put this on. Now I have a gas stove, so I put this on high, and literally this is done in about, I swear, it seems like 2 minutes. I can't froth the milk fast enough for what this makes. So if you've never seen this before in action, I just kind of want to show you. I swear it's about a minute or so in here, and looky here, this coffee is just, this espresso is coming over. It's done so fast. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. Beautiful. I promise, 2 minutes, it's done. Okay, I have heated about 8 ounces of milk because I'm making 2 pumpkin spice lattes here. And I've just heated the milk. I put it in the microwave for about 1 minute because that's the handy button on the microwave. And now I'm going to use a milk frother. If you don't have this, use a jar with a lid. Just shake the heck out of it. You don't have that, you probably have a mixer or a blender. Or if not, guess what? Get a fork, stir, stir, stir. The milk will almost double in volume. So let's finally assemble this pumpkin spice latte, right? We could have drank one in the time that I made this for you. In the glass, I'm going to stick a couple of tablespoons of my syrup here. Now, honestly, I think that this goes better with a little bit more syrup, so probably like 3 tablespoons of syrup. Next goes in the hot espresso. Here it comes. Mind you, this was done in like 2 minutes. Now, I like to use about half espresso here, and I like to finish up with the frothed milk. So here we go. We're just going to pour this beautiful stuff in. Look at that. It's incredible. And I haven't told you how well this smells. It smells incredible. It smells like a pumpkin pie baking in your kitchen. So now I want to just give this a quick little stir and put a little whipped cream and garnish with a little bit of nutmeg. And here you go. This is my version of Starbucks Pumpkin Spice Latte. How fabulous is that? Really, really easy to do. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can see what's cooking next. Be sure to leave me a comment and let me know what you'd like to see.